So let's go ahead and loosen up the hip flexors. I'm going to turn to face the side. I'm going to take a big step back with the right leg and go into a high lunge position. So for the high lunge position, we want to make sure that the ankle is right underneath the knee. Now if you can't have your palms flat, go ahead and come up on fingertips or knuckles down. Keep the back leg nice and straight and press back through the heel and forward with the chest. Continue to breathe. Keep the breath moving. And try to stay relaxed in the pose. One more deep breath in. And let's go ahead and walk the hands over to the side. Take a nice big forward bend here. And continue to walk the hands over to the other side. So again, we line up the knee right over the ankle, fingertips or knuckles or palms flat. And press the heel back, the hips and the chest forward, and keep the breath moving. Try not to tense up and just keep breathing. Soften the shoulders and try to straighten your spine as much as you can. Continue to breathe. And then once again, we walk the hands centered. Hold here. And just go ahead and wrap the arms behind the legs and gently pull the body towards the legs or towards the floor. Back to center. And walk the hands over to your right side again. Back leg nice and straight. High lunge position. Keep breathing. So we want to take our time and loosen up the hip flexors nice and slowly. Try not to rush. Keep the spine long. And then go ahead and release the knee down to the floor. Low lunge position. Now try not to be on the actual kneecap. Try to be above the kneecap. So sit nice and tall, and maybe you need to slide the leg back a little bit more so that you can be off the actual kneecap and slightly above it. Keep breathing and keep lifting the chest and shoulders down. Low lunge position. Pick up the back knee, high lunge position, and let's walk the hands over to center. Hold. Pull the body down towards the floor. Walk the hands to the back, through the legs, and pull your body a little closer towards the floor. Breathe and pull. And then the hands walk over to the left side. Chest up and back. High lunge position, hold. Pull the ribs forward, the heel back. Keep the breath moving. Deep, deep breaths. Keep breathing, keep holding. One more deep breath in. And then we release the knee down, low lunge position. So again, try not to be on the actual kneecap. Try to be right above the kneecap. Keep breathing. And continue to shift the weight forward and up. Keep breathing, keep holding. Pick up the back knee, you'll be back in the high lunge position. Walk the hands over to the right, hold center. And now this time, let's pull the body to the left. Hold, keep breathing and hold. And bring the body over to the right side. Hold to the right and hold. And then continue to turn towards the right side. Back in the high lunge position. Spine is as straight as you can get it. Shoulders are relaxed and knee right over the ankle. Shoulders drop, keep the breath moving. And keep the back leg nice and strong. Press through the heel, back through the heel, forward from the ribs. Slowly release the knee down for low lunge. Allow the hips to press forward some more. Chest up a little bit more this time around. Keep the breath moving. Keep breathing. Good. And now let's go ahead and lift the hands up to the top knee. Allow the hips to press forward and keep the breath moving. Stay nice and relaxed in the torso and avoid allowing the knee too far out to the side. One more deep breath in. Release. High lunge. Walk the hands over to the left. Hold center. Drop the body down. Walk the hands over to the right and pull. Walk the hands over to the left and pull. Continue to walk your hands over to the left. High lunge position, hold. Keep the torso nice and long. So you're basically resting the shoulder on the knee. Keep breathing and keep pulling the ribs forward and the heel back. Keep holding. Release the knee down into low lunge position. Above the kneecap, keep the breath moving, the chest forward. Keep breathing. Let's bring the hands up to the knee, hips facing to the side, right? So they're square to the side. They're pointing in the direction of the knee and the toes. Keep breathing. And allow the hips to roll forward. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Pick up the back knee. Walk the hands over to the right, hold. Pull the body down. Wrap the hands behind the legs, pull. Hands over to the left and pull. Hands over to the right leg and pull. And once again, continue walking the hands over to the right, high lunge position. Hold again. Keep the breath moving. Spine is as straight as you can get it. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Back leg is active. Soft shoulders. Deep breathing. So stay focused on the breathing and on having the body be very, very long. Release the knee down, low lunge. Keep the breath moving. Begin to look straight ahead. Let's bring the hands up to the top knee. Hips press forward. Chest is lifted. Hold. And let the hips go forward. And let's add the arms up for crescent. Keep breathing. Look up toward the ceiling. And allow the hips to go forward as the torso and the arms go back. Continue to breathe. And release. High lunge. Walk the hands over to the left. Hold center. Lower the body. Hands over to the right. Pull on the right leg. Hands over to the left, pull on the left leg. Continue to walk the hands over to the left. High lunge, hold. Long torso. Shoulders soft, breath moves. Low lunge, release the knee down, keep breathing. Let's do first prep for crescent moon. Allow the hips to stay facing the same direction as the toes and the knee. Hold. And lift the arms up into crescent and hold. Continue to bring the body back and the hips forward. over to the right. Center, hold. Keep breathing, keep pulling. Hands over to the left, pull on the left leg. Hands over to the right, pull on the right leg. And walk the hands over to the left, high lunge position again. So we continue to hold each pose. Keep breathing. We want to make sure we get the hip flexors thoroughly warmed up for some of the deeper stretches. Low lunge and hold. Hands up to the thigh. Prep for crescent moon. And now we move into crescent moon. Now face side again, release the inside arm. Now be careful of the hamstring. Bend the back leg, hold, then reach the hand back and gently pull on that ankle and hold. And continue to pull. And then slowly release. High lunge. Walk the hands over to the right. Hold. Lower the body. Hold the arms, pull the body through the legs. Hands over to the right, pull. Hands over to the left and pull. High lunge position. Hold. Keep the breath moving and try to keep the body soft. Low lunge position, hold. Let's bring the hands up to the thigh, preparation for crescent moon. Keep breathing, keep holding. Crescent moon. Keep the breath moving. Face once again, release the inside arm. Be careful of the hamstring, bend the back leg. Hold. Keep the hips square to the side and try not to let this knee go out to the side too much. Keep breathing and keep gently pulling on this leg. Make sure you don't feel anything in the knee. And also keep in mind that you don't want to be on the actual kneecap. We want to be right above the kneecap. Keep breathing. A couple more deep breaths. And slowly release. High lunge. Walk the hands center. Maybe you want to shake out the legs a little bit here. Pull your body through. Walk the hands back and pull, pull, pull. Hands over to the left. Hands over to the right. Continue to walk the hands over to the right. High lunge position, and we're holding again. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And release the knee down, low lunge hold. Keep breathing. Hands come up to the thigh and hold. Crescent moon, hold. See if you can deepen the back bend a little bit. Center. Release the inside arm. Bend the back leg. Pull, hold. And now the right arm comes back around. Hold on to the ankle with both hands. Keep the body facing the same direction. Try not to twist out of position. Hold and gently pull. Careful when you release the leg. And walk the hands over to the right, hold, shake out the legs a little bit, fold over the legs, hold, and breathe. This is your little rest. Walk the hands over to the right and pull, and walk the hands over to the left and pull. Continue to walk the hands over to the left, high lunge, and we're still holding. Shoulders are soft. Look forward, soften the body, release, low lunge, hold. Keep breathing, deep breaths. Crescent moon prep, up and hold, let the hips go forward a little more, keep breathing. And crescent moon, breathe. Center. Release the inside arm, bend the back leg, hold. Keep pulling on the leg if you can. And then the other arm wraps around the back as well. Let's lift the chest and gently pull on that leg and hold. Careful when you release. High lunge, walk the hands right, and hold. Wiggle the hips side to side, shake out the legs a little bit, forward with the legs, pull the body through. Hands over on the left leg and pull. Hands over on the right leg and pull. Hands over to the right. High lunge position again, holding still. Keep breathing. And low lunge, hold, chest up and forward. Lift the hands up, hips stay square, and crescent moon prep. Try to keep this knee pointing in the same direction. Crescent moon, breathe. Inside arm releases, bend the back leg, hold, out and hold, hold. The other arm wraps around, gently pull, hold. Now see if you can leave this leg right where it is, work the hamstring. Release the fingertips down to the floor, in line with the torso. Look up and hold. And slowly release. Hands over to the left, keep breathing. Shake out the legs a little bit. Fold over the legs. Hands over to the right, pull. Hands over to the left, pull. And high lunge position. Hold. Keep breathing, keep holding. Try not to tense. Stay soft. Low lunge position. Hold. Deep breaths. Crescent moon prep, hold. And crescent moon, back bend. Both arms wrap around, hold. And now release the arms, but keep the leg where it is. Arms down by your side in line with the torso, fingertips touch the floor if possible, and hold. And release. High lunge, hands over to the right, hold center, breathe, shift hips side to side if you need to, shake out the legs a little bit, breathe and hold. Bring your body as far down as possible. Hands over to the left leg, pull. Hands over to the right leg, pull. And continue. Back into high lunge, hold. Keep breathing. And keep staying soft. Low lunge, hold. Crescent moon, prep. Crescent moon. Center. Bend the back leg. The other arm wraps around, hold. Release the fingertips, hold. And then bring that foot down. And bring both arms on the inside of your right leg. Take your outside elbows down to the floor and hold. Keep the breath moving, keep your spine as straight as you can. And if the inside elbow will also reach, go ahead and bring it down as well. Keep breathing, keep holding. So pull the ribs forward and slide the back knee back. And breathe for lizard pose and hold. Now let's pick up the knee and hold. Push the heel back and the chest forward and hold. And now take your front leg, step it back. Hold. Keep breathing, keep holding. And now shift your way back into dolphin. Push your hips up and back, dolphin position. Keep breathing. And then if you can, leave your hands where they are and just pick up the elbows, downward dog. Hold. Deep, deep breaths. Back into plank. Big step forward with the right leg. And then walk the hands center and hold. Big stretch. Hands over to the right, pull. Hands over to the left, pull. And continue to walk the hands to the left. High lunge position, hold. And release the knee down, low lunge position, chest up and out, hold. Crescent moon prep, up and hold. Crescent moon. And center, bend the back leg, hold. Reach the other hand around, gently pull on the leg, hold. down to the mat. Hold. Keep breathing. And we'll move on into lizard pose on this side. So let's go ahead and take the outside elbow, bring it down to the mat. Keep your torso reaching forward. And if that feels okay, you can bring the inside elbow on the mat and continue to pull the chest up and forward. Keep breathing and keep holding. Let's go ahead and curl the back toes under, pick up the knee, hold. Continue to pull the top of the body forward and the heel back. And then the front leg steps back into abdominal plank and hold. One more time into dolphin. Walk the feet forward a little bit. Shift your weight up and back. And pick up the elbows, downward dog. And plank position, knees down, child's pose. And come back up, sitting position. So hopefully that made your hip flexors nice and loose. And many of those poses have already been addressed previously in shorter length, but with more detail on the form. So if you want more detail on the form, just go back and look them up. Most of them should be there. So it's sometimes better to do this type of floor work to loosen up the hip joints, or any joint really, before we go on up and do some of the stronger standing poses. Generally, a yoga practice will start with the standing poses and come down to the floor, but someone who with very tight hip flexors or tight hips in general, holding a warrior for a minute or two without being properly loosened up or warmed up basically just reinforces that tightness. So sometimes it helps, if you're new, to start your practice with more floor work so that you can open up through the joints, and then you can, when you're a little more loose, you can go on ahead to the standing poses and build the strength around the more open joint, rather than starting with a tight joint and starting with strength poses to further tighten that joint and the muscles around that joint. So let's take a nice deep breath in, inhale, and exhale, release. And I will see you next time.